amazing. 1, 2, 3. A story about friendship and autism. This is a picture of Elmo's friend Julia. Elmo and Julia have played together since they were really little. They like to do lots of the same thing. Elmo likes blocks. He builds really tall blocks, towers. He also likes to knock them down. Crash! Julia likes blocks too. She lines them up in a row. Cool wall, Elmo says. Elmo likes to play with his toy cars and trucks. So does Julia. She especially likes spinning the wheel around and around. Elmo and Julia both like playing games on the tablet. Elmo looks at the screen and giggles. Banana begins the letter Z. He says. Julia laughs. No, it doesn't, she says loudly. Julia goes with Elmo to the playground because they love to swing. Even made up a swinging song. Swingy, swing, 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 they chant. Abby arrives at the playground. Hi, Elmo says. Abby, who's your friend? This is Julia. Julia? This is Abby, Elmo says. But Julia doesn't look at Abby. Hi, Abby called out loudly, but Julia doesn't answer. Your friend doesn't like me, says Abby sadly. Elmo doesn't think that's true, Elmo says. It's just hard for her to talk when she's swinging. So Abby waits until Julia's done. Hi, Julia, she says again. Can I play with you and Elmo? But Julia just looks down. Abby is confused. Elmo's daddy told Elmo that Julia has autism, Elmo says, so she does a little differently sometimes. Elmo talks to Julia using fewer words, and sometimes Elmo says the same thing a few times. Can I play? Abby asks. Julia, can I play? But Julia doesn't look at Abby. Oh, and sometimes Elmo waits a long time for Julia to answer, Elmo adds. So Abby and Elmo wait. Finally, Julia says, play with Abby and Elmo. Sparkle-tastic, Abby says. What should we play? Julia says, spy. I spy? I love that game, Abby says. I spy with my little eye a blue feather. Julia looks around. She quickly spots something. She runs over to it and comes back with the feather. She laughs and flaps her hands around and around, flapping what Julia does when she's excited. Elmo jumps up and down, and Abby spins in the pirouette. That's why they do when they're excited. You're an expert at I Spy, Julia, Abby says. Julia starts to sing. She has a pretty voice. She sounds loud and happy. Wow, your singing is really pretty, Julia says. Abby joins, but she forgets all the words. To the next song, she asks. Elmo, what comes next? Elmo thinks, sorry, Elmo doesn't remember. But Julia remembers. She remembers the words to the song after song. The three new pals sing together for a long time. So what should we do next? Asks Elmo. Snack, says Julia, off to Hooper's store. But inside Hooper's store, Julia seems scared. She claps her hands over her ears. What's the matter? Asks Abby. Julia has really good ears, Elmo explains. Sometimes she hears noises that Elmo doesn't notice, like the noise that the blender makes. She really doesn't like it. Don't worry, guys, says Alan. Alan turns the blender off. So Julia takes her hands away from her ears. Hot cocoa for me, Abby decides. Hot cocoa for Elmo too, Elmo says. But now Julia seems worried. She shakes her head back and forth. No hot, she says. Alan thinks for a minute. Cold chocolate milk for you, Julia. He tells her. Thanks, Elmo and Gabby say. 1, 2, 3 mugs, Julia counts. Yeah, and 1, 2, 3 friends. Abby counts, pointing to each of them. The 3 friends sip their drinks. And 1, 2, 3 milk mustaches. Elmo counts, Elmo giggling. We're all amazing. 1, 2, 3.